Howdy y'all. For today's special, I'm going to break down some terms and definitions because I know I use a lot of fancy terminology, particular to bodybuilding, and I make a lot of bad assumptions that everyone watching is on the same page as me in terms of knowledge. So here we go. I made a little graphic for y'all to enjoy. So this little graphic is inspired by Jeff Nippard. Thank you. Here we got a architectural plan, we got construction materials, and we've got the act of actually building said construction project. So bodybuilding, I like to describe using these three pillars. The stimulus or the triggering event or the thing that actually makes muscles grow, it's going to be the exercise. It's about a third of what's important to bodybuilding. Next, we got the bricks, which in this case is the energy, the protein, the amount of food that we're putting into our bodies necessary to make the plans we have come to fruition. And then lastly, when does that building process occur? And most of it is during our sleep. So we need to prioritize the amount and quality of our sleep. Now, hypertrophy, just a fancy word for muscle building. Everything I do in terms of exercise is focused on maximizing the amount of hypertrophy or muscle building that's occurring. Concentric versus eccentric. So for every exercise I do on this channel, there's two parts of it. There's the concentric and then the eccentric portion. Concentric is just a fancy word for shortening, eccentric, fancy word for lengthening. So for a bicep curl, for example, the concentric portion would be the shortening of that bicep head, and then the eccentric would be the lengthening portion of it. And as I preach often, the eccentric portion of every exercise is much more important than the concentric because your muscles are stronger on eccentric movements and you're going to get much more neuron activation, mind-muscle connection. All of these things help in building a bigger muscle. Next, reps and sets. So what is a rep? Just short for a repetition. When you complete an exercise like a bicep curl, you're completing one rep. And then when you do that 10 times in a row, you've just completed a set. Now, for the purposes of hypertrophy training versus compared to strength training, for example, we're focused on rep ranges somewhere between 8 to 15 within a set. And then in terms of number of sets I'm doing per exercise or per workout, I'm focused on doing minimum 4 in a workout, and then over time progressive overloading that. So I'm adding progressive overloading, meaning going harder than last time. So I want to do more reps than last time in a set and maybe more sets than last time. And as I've said in the last video, my goal is inevitably to do more than 20 sets of a muscle group in a week. So right now I'm doing 7 sets of chest per chest and back day, which totals out to 14 sets of chest in a week. So it'd be a pretty bad idea just to go straight into doing 20 sets where I'm doing 10 sets per workout, just because the shock to my body adding that much volume would cause a lot of soreness and possibly injury. So we're going to progressively overload it, just adding incrementally more volume. Now, for the eating portion, or adding the materials needed to build the protein, we got some terms here: deficit and a surplus. When each of our bodies has a maintenance number of calories, meaning, for example, my maintenance calories, it's roughly 3,000. So if I eat 3,000 calories worth of food, this could be 30 donuts that are 100 calories each. If I eat that amount every day, I will not gain or lose weight. I'm going to lose muscle just because there's not much protein in a donut. But eating at my maintenance calories, I'm not going to gain or lose much weight. Eating in a deficit just means eating less than my maintenance. Eating in a surplus means more than my maintenance. And the only way you're going to effectively build muscle is in a surplus. However, I preach, courtesy of Coach Greg for coining this term, main gaining, which is eating slightly above maintenance with a high amount of protein. That way I can maintain a more aesthetic physique year round while also putting on muscle. And then also I'm of a body type where putting in extreme amounts of food into my diet in a bulking phase where I'm eating an extreme surplus is difficult for me. I have a really easy time cutting and putting down the fork compared to picking up the fork. So lastly, sleep, recovery, just resting and, well, quality sleep and quantity of sleep is what we should be talking about here. So for your average young man, anywhere from 18 to 35, 7 to 9 hours of sleep, quality sleep in which you're not eating or drinking like an hour or two before bed, because eating and drinking activates your digestive system, which heats up your body and disrupts the time it takes to enter REM, deep sleep, which is where a lot of your hypertrophy occurs. And on the note of recovery, we're also going to talk about fatigue. Fatigue is just tiredness. So 2 types of fatigue, localized and systemic. Localized being when we hit chest and back today, I'm going to wait 48 to 72 hours. In my case, I'm going to wait 3 days before I hit chest and back again, and to allow that muscle to recover, number one, because I'm going to damage it in this workout, and then on top of that, increase muscle mass so that it can be stronger for the next workout. And then systemic fatigue, your body constantly having to repair and build different muscle groups. It's your whole nervous system is going to get tired over time. So plugging in a day of rest occasionally when you need it. And by that, I mean reactively deloading. So before we get into that, deload. That just means doing less sets, reps, time under tension, which is the amount of time you're spending in a repetition. Maybe the amount of weight you have on the bar, doing less than last time, because you're trying to allow your body to recover faster than last time. So on that note, I preach reactively deloading, meaning rather than planning a week of less volume every 8 to 9 weeks, assuming you're on like an 8-week training plan, if something hurts, pain is your body's greatest indicator that there's something wrong. So I only plan deloads when my body is hurting, like a joint, maybe a ligament, or soreness that lasts longer than 1 to 2 days. So I'm not going to waste any more time. Today's chest and back. There's a split for today. We're going to RVA Iron. This time, we're going to the location in Chester, not the one in Richmond. So can't wait to show you all that. Let's get straight into the gym.
Got a ticket to nowhere. Come and fly away with me tonight. Can you stay till the morning? Can you tell me that everything's alright? Lose my mind and I'm falling for you. I can't help but be in need of us two. Got a ticket to nowhere. When the fighting is over, it goes on and on and on and on, on and on and on. It goes on and on and on and on, like rain run down the window. I repeat your name, losing no wisdom. My tears like rain run down the window. I repeat your name, losing no wisdom.
Men's physique posing time. There we go. Not many moves, nothing fancy. Decided to keep it stupid simple because I'm still learning how to pose. So made a few mistakes in that routine, but I will work to refine that. That concludes chest and back, and as y'all saw, much more volume than previous chest and back days. So we're gonna continue to progressive overload my workouts until I eventually hit my target 20 sets per muscle group per week. So my main focus, I'm ensuring that I'm not injuring myself. So no pain, no soreness outside the usual from these heavy lifts. So that's good news, and we're gonna keep it up. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.